Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming over. This afternoon, I wanted to talk about the latest from the Federal Reserve. And today they released the latest update on our economy. And here's the bottom line: the American economy remains strong. I want to say that yes, recent changes in trade and exports have influenced the data, but the broader picture is clear. The economic activity continues to grow at a steady pace, unemployment remains low, and our labor market is holding firm, creating opportunities for workers and families across the country. Now, let's be honest here, folks. Prices still are high, and I hear that everywhere I go. I do hear that the prices are high, and I see it. Um, um, Inflation has come down from its peak, but it's still elevated. And that's why the Feds have decided to hold interest rates steady for now. It's a decision that reflects the central or the careful balance between keeping our economy growing and continuing the work of bringing inflation down. Here at the Rogers administration, the Rogers White House, our focus remains on what matters most to working people. And that's lowering everyday costs, creating good paying jobs, and building an economy that works for everyone, not just the wealthy and well connected. We support the Fed's continued commitment to its mission, maximum employment and stable prices. And as we will continue to monitor the economy, looking at the data and the risks. We'll keep doing our part here, investing in American workers, strengthening our supply chain, and expanding in every community. Because that's our mission. That's why we're here. It's for a strong, stable economy where every American has a fair shot and where hard work is rewarded. And that's really what it's all about, folks. That's really what it all is. And I know there's been a lot of talk about what other people would do with the Fed. Some even saying they would maybe do a better job being the Fed chairman. The Federal Reserve, they should be impartial and neutral, and shouldn't be influenced by the executive branch at all. I believe that. I believe firmly in that, and so, and that's why they have 10-year terms, uh, so that no one president can have influence over the Fed. Now, of course, that Fed chairman can resign before his term's over with, and that sitting president can nominate a a Fed chairman that would be more uh, akin to his policy, but that's that's something I would not do. I mean, if the opportunity was presented to me to nominate a new Fed chairman, I would look at what's in the best interest of the nation and of the economy. That's my position on that. And I do want to touch on something else. I know there's been a lot of talk about the situation in Iran. Let me just say this right now, that under my administration, there has not been any decisions made uh, on Iran. I would be meeting with my national security team uh, a lot, getting the latest information, the latest briefings. But also, let me say this: when it comes to any kind of potential action, military action on Iran, and I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying that any potential military action, I would definitely be checking with our allies. The G7 is a perfect place where that could be uh, talked about, and also next week at NATO is another opportunity to discuss that with our NATO allies and partners. So uh, I don't believe it. I don't believe in the go it alone philosophy. I believe that we should, if you're going to do this, I'm not saying that we're going to do that. I'm saying if we were going to do it, that I would not do it in a go along policy. I would definitely make sure that we're on board for our allies and friends and neighbors throughout the world. But that's something that I don't have any more comment on other than I would definitely be reviewing every option. I want to see a peaceful resolution to this. And quite honestly, uh, Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. End of point. They cannot have nuclear weapons, and so uh, we need to do everything that we can peacefully to ensure that they don't have nuclear weapons. So that's all I'm going to say on that. But thank you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you.